Hello, Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 36 of our Let's Play Infinity. So, last episode, if I'm not mistaken, we finished off our Tier 5 altar. And I was talking about and putting together the spawning area because we had also put together our Well of Suffering. Yeah, that's it. Well of Suffering. So I've put in some elevators to kind of make getting around a little easier. And I got one to get here. And that is our item buffer that will hold what is going into the altar. And then here I have access to the transfer node where we'll have the filters depending on what exactly we're making. And I may change this up later, but that's what we got for now. Here we have marble. Yeah, well, actually it's facade. And that is our redstone signal going to the master ritual stone so we can cut off the ritual as we cut on the lights down here, which is all of this area. And we've still got a good bit to do down here. But I will say this. Originally, this area was larger. And let me show you what we did, or what we got, or what's going on, or however you want to say it. This originally went too wider all the way around. But I ran into a huge problem with chunk line, and literally I could not get the light to update on the other side of the chunk line all the way around. I had these little lights here on the sides all the way around, and I would cut it on and it'd light up the area. I would cut it off and some of it would go dark, some of it wouldn't. It just, none of it seemed to upgrade right, or update like it should. So, after spending a few hours working with it, and I used these lights, I used redstone lamps, I used regular torches, all kinds of things, and never could get it to do right. So, it was down to either individually lighting up each chunk, or bringing it in. So I brought it in, and in doing so I've actually made this kind of like little viewing area and got little lights and stuff like that out here. And let's see, we'll cut that back off. So now we can kind of come around here and see what we got going on, and then, you know, we don't fall because we have the quite clear glass here also. And I'm kind of liking having the quite clear glass. I think it just kind of adds something to it. I do need to put in another elevator here. And I also need to continue out with this one and make this another floor or do something, or I don't know. We'll figure out something. But anyways, that is where I'm at so far. And I believe I am just about ready to do Cursed Earth, but not quite, because I've still got to make something else, and that is, let's see, I need to take you, put it with you, and get these, because I'm going to take this and make vacuum hoppers. And that is how I am planning on getting the items and the experience out from in here, is with 9 of these little things. And the placement of this is actually designed for 4 blocks wider both ways, but whenever I brought it in, I got looking and it was still going to take 9. If I dropped to 4, then I would have I would be missing spots. So it's still taking 9 to cover the area, so I just went ahead and left everything like it was. Now this will slightly reduce spawn area, but I don't think it'll be enough to really worry about, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with that. Now what I need to do is, first of all, switch over here, take this and set it up so I can see everything. And I want to make sure that, why is my item conduit not coming down? Oh, that's right. I have to enable all of these first. So what I'll do is, not that one, you right click and drag and you can move this thing around. And so when you open this, you see how this is straight toward us, just like that? If you're like, if you have an isometric view like this, when you open it, it will have that same isometric view. And so however you're looking at it when you open this is how it's going to be when you whenever you do the little pullouts here. And we're going to want the green and blue band on both. And the way you do that is this one, and you left click, that puts your green, and then you left click here under the little chest, and that does your blue. And that way we have green and blue, so both our items and our experience should get picked up by this. Now this has a 3x3x3 radius, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am, then it just broke my whole build, so hopefully I'm not wrong on this. And my left and my right click keeps on getting confused. And once we open that up, we should be able to, okay, that's on extract, and we'll have to change all that around. But yeah, that should be right. But why do I not see it coming down? That doesn't look right. Give me those back. Alright, so put that there. That's the bad thing about it being the last item that you're holding. Alright, that looks a little better. I don't know. We'll toy around with it, see what it does. Okay, so back to doing this. But the main thing right now is we're wanting to activate the top for items and experience. And it looks like we've got 2 bands on all of them. So now I can switch to my wrench so I can see. And then I want to go over here, and actually we don't need the redstone signal down here anymore, so I can take that out. And if you're standing on that, you will get zapped up. Alright, so I'm going to I need to take redstone signal off of that and off of that and put that on extract. And that's what I'm going to do on each of these. And I'm just going to, like I said, go around to all 9 of these and get these set up. And I mean, had I thought about it, I could have used the little Ender IO tool and done one, and then gone around and programmed all the others with the one. But you know, I don't think that far ahead. I try to, and when I try to think that far ahead, I mess something up worse than, you know, if I just kind of go with it. So there you go. Oh, I gotta put that one on extract. Alright, so in theory, those should all be right. They don't look quite right, but they should be. Well, I guess I can throw a potato down here. And throw one for you. And one for you. And you. Oh, I think that one went to the wrong one. And you'll see why I'm doing this here in just a minute. Okay, so all of these should have one potato, except, oh, you got redstone too. Or not redstone, but conduit. Now, one of these is going to have two in it. That one. Alright, so let's go out of here. And I'm going to come over here. And here's my ender pump, or my ender tank. And my ender chest. Now let's see. Well, I can go ahead and set that there. And put this one here. Now if I switch off to my wrench. Okay, I don't have any item ones here, and I don't have any on me, but I can remedy that real quick just by going down my elevator and then look up. And if I shift left click, let's see. Yep, that's item. That's set to extract. I want that to be on insert. So we should see, yep, there's where it's going in. And then over here, we're going to shift left click, and we're going to make sure that we're on the liquid, and we want that on insert as well. And then I'm going to come over here, go back up. Now, did I cut off? Well, no, that's on insert. So I don't have to worry about the redstone signal. But those didn't go anywhere. So that means that either something's not right here and it's on insert, it's the item conduit. The redstone doesn't matter, it's disabled. And that's on right. And that's on extract with no signal. I wonder, let's take this and swap you over to only viewing that. Give me that back. Alright, put that back in there. And you're still in here. Why are you still in here? Oh, because I got to cut that off. Now you should be gone. Okay. So apparently that visual bug isn't just a bug, it's actually not connecting. I bet that potato's gone. Yep. So I don't know why, you know, the GUI was acting like it was there, but that's it. So you're working. All right, and so I should have one of these in each of these. So we'll just throw that down. All right, let's do that. So my open spot's here. Okay, that's working. So I just need to make that simple adjustment. and that's getting rid of the potatoes. So then they are going into the ender chest, which is then transporting over into our old sorting area, which will eventually get moved over to our new sorting area one of these days. And so on and so forth. You just gotta love the tedium of some of these things. I was getting a little frustrated over the whole lighting issue. That was just aggravating. And the bad thing is, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to do this for the Let's Play, and so I don't want to back out and just quit, because trust me, there were thoughts of rage quitting quite a few times just over the lighting. But yeah, anyways, I figured a way around it and got her done. Okay, so we're leaving this on white, 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 because that is our standard for items. This one, however, we're going to be changing over to our, is it lime? Yep, lime powder green, because that is the color that we use for our experience. Now, I need one more thing to get this going, and that is ye olde cursed earth. Now, there shouldn't be anything to spawn, because I've got the lights on, and you can have 7, and there's no hatch marks or whatever you want to call them. So we should be good to go on that. I was going to say, I thought I had my shovel over here. And so I'm just going to knock out some places. Now I wonder if I'm getting any of that dirt. Yeah, I am. Okay. I'll bet you if I take my ring off, it will go right up into that. It'll get sucked up into there, and over to our sorting system. Like it's supposed to do. And I haven't counted out all this compared to what I have. So I'm just kind of doing some random spots. And we'll see how much I've got. I mean, I can put down all of it, or I can just put down a little bit of it, because it will spread. And if we want to hurry that up, I can also get a watering can and make it spread faster. But I don't think it spreads with lights on. So, well, we'll find out what we got. And that right there is probably one of my favorite colors in the game. It's just, I think it's funny that it's Cursed Earth is one of my favorite colors in the game. But I think the texture of it and all that is just really cool. It almost looks like a purple velvet or something. Oop. Oh no, I don't have my silk tuck shovel, do I? I sure don't. Oh well. We'll look and see if we really need that one, and well, is that all? Yeah. Oh well. Off into the void. That is my sorting. Okay. So this should be done. And I don't have many potatoes left, so I better go back and grab some. Alright, but we can go ahead and cut the lights off on this and see what she does. And hope that she works. And I'm going to want to get this also. We'll do a quick check of our altar. 1,151. And my pool, 316,000, so good to go on that. Okay, so I want to come over here and flip the switch from green to red. And I got to be careful to just go down twice. So we should have all kinds of little giddies spawning up, and so we've already got the cursed earth starting to spread. So that looks pretty good. Now we'll back up over here and go up. And we'll go up once. And let's see, the best way to get to it is going to be right there. Energy flows through the ritual. And you can see that coming out. So the ritual is now running. And I'm probably going to need to change that because I don't want to go, you know, I don't want to end up double clicking and going straight through. So everybody in there is starting to take damage. I don't see any items on the floor, so looks like they're getting all sucked up in there. I do believe we have a working system. Why are you trying to throw stuff at me? That's not very nice. So our cursed earth, as you can see there, is definitely starting to spread. So it doesn't look like it's going to be long at all before that's going to cover the whole area. I've seen a couple of bones come flying out, and by the time they do, they get vacuumed up. So it does look like we have a successful system here. My only question is, are we getting any of this? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that generates XP. And so we can check this, and sure enough, we are moving on up. It's not fast by any means, which I also do not have any sacrifice runes yet either. And that is one thing that we'll be adding. So hopefully we can get rid of that here real soon. But one thing I wanted to do is flip this, because I think that will keep any of our experience from going into the experience obelisk. And I need to generate some just to make sure. I know I've got a bunch of emeralds. Mercy, have I got a bunch of emeralds. I got so many emeralds that I'm getting excited and running into the walls. Okay, where were they? Yeah, we got a couple. Let's see, there's all that. And then all of this, which each of these will end up making 2 stacks. So yeah, we have emeralds for weeks. More than just days. So I can come over here and plunk that down in here. That'll start feeding into this, breaking that, generating experience, coming into this. So yes, that does keep it from doing that. So that means that this is actually not generating any experience. That is a pity. I had hoped it would. Because if I take this, flip that, inject it into here till that's empty, flip it again, and let this run for a while. I moved my teleporter that's up here, so I'm not used to where it's at now. And see, we're not getting anything there. Well, shoot. I was hoping it would work, but that's alright. We're getting stuffs. The main thing is we are automating our life points. And that's always a happy thing. And this is actually 3 tall in there, so Enderman can spawn. Creepers with dinosaurs on their heads can spawn. Spiders can spawn. Pretty much everything. So we should get a lot of different things coming through. Emeralds? Actually, that came in through the laser. What else? Yeah, these are all the mob drops and stuff like that that we're getting. So some will get tossed, but some of it we can use. So that should do pretty well. But anyways, we are now generating our life points in our altar. And it's not too terribly slow. And also as the cursed earth spreads, it will generate faster and all that stuff. So good deal. And I think I have Java barrels for the majority of the stuff we're going to get. I probably need to keep an eye on it to make sure that any of the mob drop stuff that we do have somewhere to store it. Because the last thing I want to do is get overfilled on stuff that comes in from down there and something get backed up and all that. So, all right. What next? I have a question for all of you out there in the listening area or listening audience, or all y'all who come out and hang out and stuff. My question to you: when you go to YouTube to look up things for Minecraft, what I want to know from each of my viewers, listeners, whatever, what is it you go looking for that you get frustrated over because you can't find it or you just don't like what you're finding? The reason I'm asking is because I'm looking at the possibility of changing up my program a little bit. I may or may not continue to do the Let's Play. One of the things that I was going to do when I first started doing this was instructional videos. Kind of like a mod review, but break it down really easy, really simple, really short. For instance, let's see, go over here, drop through the hole, hit the elevator, go up, and go over here. Yeah, it's a little convoluted right now, but yeah, we'll get there. So, for instance, one of the things I'm thinking about doing is I would do one video on the energetic infuser, and that's all. How to make it, the different types, with the different machine frames, what the augments do, all of that. And then I would do another video on the pulverizer and another video on the redstone furnace, and do just little short videos with one, maybe two devices each video. Shooting for 5 to 6, maybe 7 minutes. I don't know. Depends on how complex. If I were to do multi-block, they might take longer. And for instance, if I did the reactor from big reactors, I would probably do very short videos on each individual block, and then do maybe just like a rough overview of the reactor and the turbine and all that, because there's no way I could do a video on every different setup and all that. And oh Lord, where are the cats coming from? I'm too far from that up there to be hearing them from it. Are they down here somewhere? Why do I have cats down here? That's weird. I would not have thought I would have gotten cats this far away from the spawning area. Anyways, sorry, my ADD kicking in. For instance, like the energy core, I would do an individual video on how to make each individual block, and then do another video on forming the core itself. And the reason that was actually the original scope or plan or whatever you want to call it. That was the original concept, and that was back whenever I was on Cobble Valley, and it never really happened that way. So I kind of got into doing Let's Plays, and then I got on Direwolf's Let's Play, and so that kind of kept me doing that for a while. Anyways, that's one of the things I'm considering. But what I wanted to know from y'all is, what do you go looking for that you either get frustrated because it's hard to find, or you have a hard time understanding the person doing it, or whatever. What have you seen that you think could use improvement or something like that? I enjoy doing the Let's Plays, but honestly, doing 4 videos a week on a Let's Play series, it can be a little difficult, and there are times that I come in here and I've got to make a video and I'm just not feeling it. And I've got a feeling that might be coming across in my videos, because I have noticed that the viewership is dropping, the views on my videos are dropping, and I'm not getting new subscribers like I was. Don't know if it's holiday, if it's me, or what. But anyways, just trying to look at things I can do to improve. So like I said, I wanted to come to y'all, see what are you looking for that you haven't been able to find, and see if that might be something I can fit in my flow and try it out. But anyways, that is your homework for this evening or tomorrow evening, or whenever you happen to get around to it. Like I said, pitch in some ideas and we'll see if we can't make this community a little better. I know in the past some people have said things about doing a community server. Probably not going to do that, just because I've got enough going on. I don't want to run a server. I had thought about trying to find a public server and playing on it like once a week, and if people wanted to join, that's fine. I've considered doing something like that, but right now I'm just not ready to have my own server for people to come in and play, and me have to run that along with doing the recordings and all that. But yeah, like I said, I would love to make just like a family, a community, or whatever, and just have a lot of fun with it. So pitch in your ideas. Let's see where this goes. We got our mana coming in. Not our mana. Our essence. Not essence. Good grief. Life points. Why do I have such a blank on that one thing? It's life points. It's my sword. Give me that back. And it's already 48,000 of it. This thing's moving on pretty good, considering we do not have any upgrades. I mean, all the upgrades that we have are capacity and speed. That's it. So I guess I know what I'm doing next. Yep, I think I'm gonna be upgrading and putting in some stuff to make this a little bit faster. But I think it does pretty good right now. But anyways, I believe that will be the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to click like. If you have any suggestions, any comments, anything like that, let me know what you're looking for that you're having a hard time finding, and we'll see if we can't put something together. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the show. Maybe you learned something. But most of all, I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll come back to see us. Just remember, I am Jim Slate. Take care, and God bless.